Bawoosh.
Survival horror? Check. Zombies? Check. Awesome 4-player co-op action? Check. New pair of underwear?
Check.
Left 4 Dead. Oh, how you ruined my relationships with my friends. Yeah. I got none now. As dark and gritty as it looks right now, and of course I'm talking about this right here and not the sequel that takes place in daytime for the good majority of the game. You see, Left 4 Dead started out as a zombie mod for the very popular Counter-Strike franchise, which featured counter-terrorists fending off against knife-wielding terrorists in hopes to, well, build a new world and make sandwiches? No, survive! The mod was loved by many Counter-Strike fans and adopted the name Terror-Strike later on.
It's funny when you think that a mod that would spawn from a game spawned from a game that was a mod in itself. It's kind of like modception.
A developer named Turtle Rock Studios began developing the mod into a game at around 2006 and announced it in 2008 for release. And much like rapper Craig Mack's career, Valve bought Turtle Rock, earning creative control, and released the game that same year. Later, however, Valve shuts down the studio after the game was released that same year.
You won't be around next year.
Also, Certain Affinity helped with the 360 port of the game.
With all this aside, the game did attract the attention from me and my brother, and since neither of us had a job to pay for the game, and the fact that the game was mature, we didn't whine and cry to our parents, but all that would pay off. When Christmas Day came, me and my brother received a rectangular-shaped box from my grandfather, and I will say that we were shocked. Especially my grandfather, because, you know, that's the expression you give when somebody you care about opens a present that's from you to them, right? It really wasn't from my grandfather, it was from my parents. Don't tell him I knew.
Left 4 Dead takes place 2 weeks after the outbreak of Who the Fuck Cares virus. 4 survivors named Bill, Francis, Zoe, and Lewis who come from different backgrounds such as a college student, biker, junior systems analysis guy, and a Vietnam veteran. These people meet up and have 2 things in common: the will to survive and the fact that they're immune from the virus. Yeah, who would have thunk? Guns blazing and friendly fire on, they must overcome each other and the zombified odds that are stacked against them to reach safety. Pretty much a generic and serious plot and ending for anything zombie related, I say. Still sorta serious and generic. But these are movies. It's not like there's a game out there that doesn't follow this formula. Anywho, you choose to play as one of 4 survivors before the start of each campaign. Here's the best part when it comes to picking your character though. Since there isn't any unique character traits or stats, characters are chosen based on what you prefer. No matter the choice of the character though, their skill is pretty much determined on how you play. Everyone is equal and everyone is useful, a team working as one. Keep that in mind because if you decide to go Frank West on these infected, you will quickly realize how bad of a decision that was. You also choose from 4 campaigns, each consisting of 5 chapters which have you traversing zombie-infested woodlands, towns, buildings, cities, and even the sewers, which all lead up to a final area where you have to fend off hordes of undead while you wait to be rescued. In short, get from point A to point B with little to no casualties. Yeah! As you begin each chapter, you'll be given a flashlight and a pistol. But don't fret because near you is a med pack and the first 2 guns you can pick up, like a submachine gun and a shotgun. As you advance through each level, you'll also find more items, such as pills, extra med packs, to even more weapons, such as Molotovs.
It's everywhere! It's everywhere!
Pipe bombs. and better guns, like a hunting rifle, a automatic shotgun, and a carbine M4 machine gun thing. FPS games only taught me so much. Throughout the campaign, much like oral sex, the tone is shoved in our face. We can see the toll this apocalypse has taken on humanity. Destruction and abandonment of civilization, and even though it's only been 2 weeks, it seems like living a normal life is impossible. I just can't imagine what it must have felt like to be there when it all started. Although the tone is set, the mood, however, quickly changes. At first, it's pretty optimistic, but it is soon followed by concern, then terror, and relief right after. But don't rest yet, because as soon as you feel at ease, this vicious cycle starts all over again. Even the music for How Little It's Heard does its job at keeping you on your toes and giving you vague clues on what to expect around the corner, or letting you know how bad the situation is. Now we finally reach the gameplay. Shit! The infected are abundant and relentless. 1 second they can look like someone who's having a bad day, and the next they could be like, ah! Bang! Problem solved. Ah! There's also 3 special infected named Hunter, Smoker, and Boomer. A steroid-out gorilla cleverly named a Tank, or... fuck! This is a witch. Which is closely spelled to bitch. But it won't matter because all you'll be saying is... Fuck.
The moral I learned after dealing with her, fuck bitches, get money.
There were times where the game felt unfair, like despawning health items or moving the better guns farther away, or worse, spawning a tank right before the end of a level which massacred me, and if I had the footage, I would be showing it right now. But I digress. It only made me more determined to beat the chapter and made the victory so much sweeter. Especially if the tank doesn't spawn at all or spawns earlier and you get to wreck his shit by being fully loaded with health, items, weapons, buddies, whatever. It just made it so much sweeter when you beat him. Do I sound like I'm speaking out of my ass?
Yes.
Am I over-exaggerating the gameplay?
No.
Believe me, this game can be pretty challenging even on its easiest difficulty, and that's not because I suck. Because I don't. You suck. I did try expert difficulty, and do you want to know how that went? There isn't much to the game other than the multiplayer and single player, which use the same levels, and I can understand why that might turn a few people away, but this game does have some replayability. Much like watching stupid videos on YouTube, it's fine when alone, but it's best when shared with friends.
All in all, Left 4 Dead has its hiccups, like your computer teammates getting in the way of your shots, but it's not enough to ruin your gameplay experience. In fact, it kind of enhances it and gives you determination on you completing the level. So if you got a 360 or a PC or Mac and that has Steam, I suggest you check it out for yourself and let me know what you think about it. Thanks for watching. I'm done.
Bawoosh.